I was going to ask both of you about Montee Ball because not that he's fallen off the map, but we're not talking about him much anymore because C.J. Anderson's emergence. But going back to Cobb for a second, yeah, he seems like a guy that when you got one of those rounds with 2 picks, 6th or 7th, he's got a guy that's going to go in the 5th, 6th, or 7th round, and he just looks to me like a one-cut back that Gary Kubiak, as you said, he likes to find those guys like Terrell Davis lurking around the 6th round, and he actually unearthed a guy with the Ravens last year because of the Rice situation that became one of the best runners in the league. But let's talk about Montee Ball. Has he got any chance to regain the starting spot at the beginning of the year, or is that all going to be based on, do they start fresh with Kubiak and Dennison?
Kubiak said that C.J. Anderson should come into this camp and start these off-season workouts as if he were the starter. It's not, he's not an established pro, 3-time Pro Bowler, so there's still wiggle room that Ball could push him in camp, but it would surprise me if C.J. Anderson were not the starter in week 1. Obviously, we thought Ball would be, though, and then that appendectomy really set him back, and he had dropped weight, he gained weight, then dropped weight, the appendectomy, he never gained traction. But I do believe you're going to see a chance. You're going to see Montee Ball push C.J. Anderson in camp.
Well, yeah, and the nature of the position these days is, Troy and Woody, you both know, you find very few featured running backs anymore who get 20 to 30 carries a game. We don't know about C.J. Anderson's durability. We really only saw him for half a season. My guess is they're going to have a nice rotation, that Montee Ball is going to get 5, 6, 7 carries a game. Hillman might get 3, 4 carries a game. C.J. will probably get the bulk of those carries, but he's not going to get all of them because that's just not the way it's done these days.
And as Troy brought up, Ronnie Hillman just doesn't seem like a fit here, but Juwan Thompson impressed us in his brief appearances last year, and there's a guy that they might be able to move over to linebacker or fullback. They've got Joe Don Looney from Oklahoma, who's about 63 years old, and that other guy, Paul Casey or whatever his name is, the golfer. We don't quite know what we're doing here at fullback.
You mean James Casey?
James
the
Casey,
tight end, H-back,
and
fullback?
Who's the other guy? Joe Don
Duncan.
Joe Don Duncan? See a donut or what? So.